Hey everyone, welcome back if you've been watching. By popular demand, I have now made a video for all the show products and day of show prep. I'm going to split it into two different videos. This one's going to be just solely of the products, and the next one will be me actually using the products on a dog. So before we dive into it, UKC and ASCA really don't want you to use products. UKC is very, very strict about this. In AKC, it's been kind of commonly accepted to use products even though they say don't do it. So really the best proper way to groom your dog is to give it a full bath or completely wet it down the day of and dry it. If your dog can look its best like that, then that's the best way to do it without having to use any of these products. Otherwise, keep listening. So the first thing I do when I'm grooming a dog for the day of, assuming they're already totally bathed out a day or two before, is I will spray all over them a strengthening spray or a conditioning spray. This one that I like to use is the Isle of Dogs Strengthen Conditioning Spray. I dilute it into a spray bottle, just spray it all over them, and then brush them out with a slicker brush. This is the exact same thing I do just brushing out a dog. I have another video specifically on that. So after the dog's just completely brushed out, free of stickers, tangles, anything else, I will use a spray bottle of just water combined with a force dryer to get them completely damp. I won't get them totally wet just because I show a lot and I don't have time to do that completely. Some dogs actually don't look that good if you have them completely wet and then dry them. Their hair might not go the way you want. So I just get them a little damp. It's important to use the spray bottle with the force dryer to get the water all the way into the hair at the roots. And then also, if your dog has any areas on the top line of the body that are curly or maybe they dip in their top line, now would be the time to add in a mousse or actually add in Barbasol into the hair. Barbasol is a little thicker, so you need to be a little careful when using that, just use a little bit, but it does give a really good hold into the hair. But if you're not comfortable with that, or if you don't need as strong a hold, it's totally fine to use mousse. So this is just a Tresemme human mousse. So after you have put that into the damp hair, you can then begin to blow them all the way. And I use a pin brush at this point just to guide the hair in the direction I want. And I actually won't dry them all the way. Mistakenly said that. I'll actually leave them a little damp prior to going in the ring, just so that their hair looks fluffy and they look full. You just want to make sure they're not damp to the touch, so the top layer is dry, but you can leave them a little damp underneath in the undercoat. So that's all I do for the body. Moving on to the legs. If your dog is totally white and has really good bone, then all you need to do is just get the legs wet and dry them. However, if your dog does need more bone, then what I would do now is put some Barbasol in the legs. And you can use this on all the colors, obviously, because you can use it in the body. It doesn't leave any white leftovers, so I would just put that all over the legs. Once they're already dry, add it to the legs, and then brush it up. If your dog needs to be more white, this is when we would add the cholesterol and the chalk. So first you would do just a little bit of cholesterol onto only the white parts. And then you would follow that with some whitening chalk. When you apply the chalk, you should also have a really soft brush. This is some super old, like cat brush, I think, so I'll find a more recent version, but a soft brush to actually apply the chalk onto the legs. And you want to apply the chalk to the exact same areas you apply the cholesterol, which should only be the white areas, because you don't want to put white on the tan or black parts. And if you don't put chalk and you just leave this is going to leave a really kind of wet or wiry looking look, and we don't want that. The chalk will make it look full and soft. So after you've done the chalk, I would brush up the legs with a slicker brush. Now it's important to have a different slicker brush than the one you used on the body. So that's why I have two different ones here. This one is chewed up and super bad, and I actually wrote feet on it so that you could see. But once you use this on the product, it's actually going to stick to the bristles. As you can see, it's really dirty. And you can clean it, but it's never really going to work the same. So it's really important to have a completely different slicker brush for the feet. Last thing I would do is just comb out the hocks straight out and then hairspray the legs everywhere. You can also brush up one more time after hairspraying. But this is a really good one. This will do a really hard hold. We use it on the poodles, so you know it's going to work for the Aussies. Basically that is it. Like I said, if you don't need to use all these products, I would not use it. Just bathe your dog and they should be looking good like that. And I'm going to have another video showing how to use all these products on the dog. Thanks for watching.